Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you. My name is Larry. Today we're going to talk about small purchases, inexpensive purchases really can improve your retirement. I've seen other people talk about some of the things that they have purchased that help their retirement. So I mentally started making a list, and now I've finally written it down, and I'm going to go over some of the things that we've done, that I've done, that really improves our retirement. Let me know in the comments what you've done. Some small things that just make a huge difference. One of the first, one of the first things, in fact, I just used it this morning. Heating pads and ice packs. Now, maybe you're the rare one who never has an ache or pain, but I do occasionally. Sometimes that arthritis just flares up a little bit, and the ice packs come in real handy. In fact, I just used it last night. Woke up in the middle of the night, right shoulder was hurting, no reason. I didn't do anything to it, but it was hurting enough to keep me awake. So I did what I always do. I got up, came downstairs, ate a little something, took a couple of leaves, stuck an ice pack on my shoulder, and 20 minutes later, the alleviate kicked in, pain was numb. I went back to sleep on the couch for a couple hours. It was all good. I like the ones they're flat. They're like a big pancake. They're about a ½ inch thick. They're very, once you freeze them, they're somewhat flexible, and you can put them exactly where you need them. And we have 3 of them in the freezer at all times. Sometimes they'll go unused for maybe weeks on end, and sometimes I'll use 3 of them in a day without a problem. Another thing we did about 3 years ago when we rehabbed our house, we decided to upgrade our pillows and mattresses. We got good mattresses. Hopefully, it'll last us the rest of my life. And but we also upgraded our pillows. Pillows make a huge difference. You know, better sleep. If you get better sleep, better health, and that's all there is to it. We suffered for a long time with poor mattresses and just weren't getting the sleep we wanted. So we decided to go ahead and spend the money when we had it because I was still working at the time. Another thing that really changed things was we use LED lights for everything. When they first came out, they were really pricey. The prices come down. They're a little bit more expensive than a regular light bulb, but they last forever. You don't ever have to change them. I never have to think about it. And what I noticed once we started changing a bunch of them, our electricity bill dropped. I mean, it dropped drastically enough to make a difference for purchasing the bulbs. And I just like them. I think they give up better lights. Another thing we do, we use blackout curtains. We use blackout curtain in the bedroom. My wife is kind of like the princess and the pea, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Anything disturbs her, anything at all. So now we don't have to worry about it so much because the sun's coming up a lot later. But we have one large window in our bedroom, and she uses a blackout curtain. So she doesn't know. It's kind of like being in a casino. You don't know what time of day it is if you don't look at a clock. But it really improves things. And we also use them downstairs because we just kind of slightly rearranged our furniture in our family room. And the glare from the window was where I was sitting. I couldn't see the TV because the glare was right in the window. So we put up, we have 2 windows in our living room. And we put up 2 blackout curtains there. Very inexpensive, but it really improved the quality of my TV time. And we haven't had them up in the wintertime yet, so I'm expecting it might help lower the heating bills just a little bit because they're pretty thick. They're pretty thick. Another thing that we both do is we use the silver sneakers. Now, if you have a Medicare Advantage plan or you have a supplement, a lot of these places that you've enrolled with, they will go ahead and pay for a gym membership somewhere. I know they're called silver sneakers with my plan, and they're called something else by other plans. I never have figured out quite. I can't remember. People have told me what they have, but it doesn't cost them anything. So I'm going to the Y tomorrow. We have a local Y. I'll be going there tomorrow. It's not going to cost me a thing. So I can go there as many times a week as I want to. Whoa, 'tis the season. It's still a little bit of summertime. That bee knows it. About ready to be done. But anyway, silver sneakers. It's free. It's for your health. Uh, I think from the comments I've seen from a lot of my videos, people say health is wealth. I can go there. I usually go there 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5 days a week, depending on what's going on, how I feel. But it's free. And if it's free, it's for me. It is free for me. And even if I had to pay for it, I think for my membership, it'd only be like $30 a month, which is a lot of money actually in retirement. But for good health, I think it's worth every penny. Here's one that my wife uses all the time. I never have figured out how to use it, but she uses it all the time. And that's a vacuum sealer for food. So when we grocery shop, we go to Costco, we stock up on some things that are freezable. There are some things you can't freeze. You people know that. I didn't know that, but there are some things you can't freeze. So we'll get whatever's discounted and put it in a vacuum sealer, and it'll literally last for maybe a year in a vacuum sealed package. It took her about 10 minutes to figure out how to use it, but she's got it down to an art now. She can zip it and zap it, and it's frozen, and it tastes just like fresh once you thaw it. In fact, she thawed out a bunch of brats and Mets yesterday and grilled them on the grill. And that's what I'm going to be eating most of the week. She's going to eat some of them too, but she fixed those for me because I'm mostly a carnivore diet. But you can save a lot of money. We have an oops counter at the local grocery store, Walmart, where we go. You know, they have meat marked down. They have to sell it that day or they can't sell it. And we use that sometimes. And the vacuum sealer works great for that. It will save you a lot of money. Another thing that I use every day is a blood pressure monitor. It measures my blood pressure and my pulse. And I like to do this just about every morning. Just about every morning. Just make sure things are, you know, sometimes you can feel okay here, but things really aren't up to snuff. And so I just like to check it every day. I like to check it on, especially on the days I have a doctor's appointment or something, because they always check it, and I like to see how accurate mine is. Mine's pretty accurate actually, so very inexpensive. I think it was $15 or $18 or something. Very inexpensive. Here's one. I know a lot of people drink bottled water, and that's the way you want to fly. That's fine, but we use reusable water bottles all the time. I have two in my van all the time. Uh, Little Nalgene bottles I use all the time. My wife has 3 or 4 or 10. I haven't counted lately, but she's got a bunch of them. She's always got one with her somewhere. Now, I do have to say, a lot of drinking water that I've drank across this country, even in this area, the drinking water is not that great. I know people who won't drink it, period. But I happen to live in an area where they actually bottle it and sell it as the best tasting water in the country. So they sell it by the bottle, actually. So anyway, but we take water with us everywhere. Another thing that really saves a lot of money, it's very inexpensive. I don't have one, but my wife does, and that's a library card. It costs, I don't know what it was. It was like $20 or something. It's like a one-time purchase. She listens to audiobooks a lot when she paints, and this is very inexpensive. She doesn't have to buy books. She doesn't have to go look for books. She's got books at the library. Now, if y'all haven't been to the library for a while, I know it'd been a few years between the time I went and between the time I went back to it, and it's totally different. Remember those little index cards? Well, those things are a thing of the past now. It's all digital, and that's fine. But the library cards, you can check out books if you want to. You can go to the library and check out books, or you can do audiobooks or use it whichever way you want to. It's very inexpensive, provides a lot of leisure activities, very inexpensive. And those are just some of the things we do. I'd like you to leave in the comments some of the things that you do that are inexpensive, that really they affect your life on a daily basis. And that's about all I got for now. If you got anything out of this, like, share, subscribe, and until we meet again, I'm going to continue to press on towards that goal.